What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Georgia State Dynasty in NCAA Football 14. We are in Week 7, 2-3 on the season, coming off a loss last week against Troy and going on the road this week to face off against Middle Tennessee State, a newcomer to the Sun Belt Conference. Georgia State coming off that loss last week, 10-7 against Troy, losing that game in the special teams category. Missed 3 field goals last week, which cost us the game. Going into this game, we hope to get back to where we were before we met up with Troy, getting our ground game going, scoring points. We'll see if that happens today in the rain. We're going to send this one down to the field as the game's about to get started. Georgia State will get this game started on offense from their own 18-yard line. Handoff to Romero, who goes right side and is caught from behind and only gains 2 yards. Second down and 8 now. Reynolds back to pass from under center. He's going to throw this one to David Bailey in double coverage, and it's deflected away, incomplete. Third down and 8 now. Reynolds will hand off to Romero on the read option up the middle for 6 yards, 2 yards short of a first down, and the Georgia State Panthers will have to punt. Impact player for Middle Tennessee State, Jordan Parker, 12 carries for 89 yards and a touchdown on the ground last week. We will have to keep an eye on him this week. The pass here to Clark over the middle, good for 15 yards and a first down for Middle Tennessee State. First down and 10 now. McCrary passes over the middle to Roberts. This one's good for 6 yards, setting up second down and short. Out of the shotgun now, McCrary back to pass. He's going to take off, and he is caught behind the line for a sack, a loss of 4 yards. Setting up third down, McCrary back to pass. He's going to dump this one off to Parker on the screen play. Blocking ahead of him, first down and more, 12 yards up to the 35-yard line. McCrary back to pass now on first and 10. He steps up, he throws. This one's caught by Parker, and he gains 8 yards, setting up second and short. On second down and 2, handoff to Parker here up the middle, first down and more. 8-yard gain on that play gives Middle Tennessee State a first down inside the 15-yard line. McCrary back to pass now on first and 10, and he is sacked for an 8-yard loss on the play. A nice defensive play there by the Panthers. Second down and long now. McCrary back to pass, and he throws this one to the end zone, and it's caught by Baddies there. I think that's how you say his name. But McCrary, 6 for 6 for 67 yards and a touchdown on that opening drive. Georgia State takes over now in their next possession. Reynolds rolls out here, throws on the run, and that one is incomplete. Into double coverage. He's got to be careful about those throws into double coverage. Reynolds now hands off to Romero on second 10, and he is brought down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Third and long now. Reynolds back to pass here, firing for Willer, and he has that catch for 11 yards short of the first down, though, and Georgia State has to punt. Middle Tennessee State now driving. McCrary back to pass here. He's going to fire deep on third and 11, and that one is caught but out of bounds, and Middle Tennessee State would have to punt the ball away. Late first quarter now. Georgia State with the ball again. Handoff to Lamont George on second and 10. He's going to go outside, back up the middle for a first down and a 12-yard carry. First down and 10 now. Handoff to Derek Romero up the middle. He's going to use his speed to gain 15 up near midfield. First down and 10 now for Georgia State. Reynolds back to pass here. He's going to scramble out to the right and get sacked for a 9-yard loss on the play. Did not see the defender. And at the end of one quarter, Middle Tennessee State is on top of Georgia State, 7-0. Second quarter gets underway as Georgia State is continuing their drive. Reynolds on second and 19. The read option keeps himself, cuts it outside, and gets hit hard at the end of a 9-yard gain. Third and 10 now. McLean in this Ball game, throws this one to Moore as Reynolds was injured on the previous play, but this one to Moore is good for 15 and a first down, and Reynolds is back. 2nd and 5, handoff to Romero up the middle, using that speed to get ahead in the open field for 16 yards and a Panthers first down. On the next play, Reynolds will hand off to Romero again, using that speed and a little bit of that toughness, moving forward for 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 now. Romero under center, he fakes the handoff, he drops back, fires over the middle to Sebastian Willer, the tight end, and Willer's into the end zone for a 13-yard touchdown, tying this game at 7 apiece. And Middle Tennessee State now 3rd and 10 at midfield here. McCrary back to pass, and he's going to fire deep into double coverage, and Jerome Schroeder deflects that one away, and Middle Tennessee State has to punt. Georgia State takes over here, 3rd and 7. Reynolds rolling out to the left, going to take this one himself, gets the first down at midfield. 3rd and 8 now, Reynolds in the shotgun. Back to pass here, he's going to fire to Romero on the sideline here. Romero has the first down and more to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Reynolds now will hand off to JJB, and he will be stood up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. 3rd down and 10 now. Reynolds rolling out, firing deep, and that one's dropped by Avery Sweeting. That would have been a first down, but instead Georgia State is going to be going for it on 4th and 10 instead of punting, and Reynolds will look. He has all day scrambling around the pocket, fires deep, and that one's picked off by Bird, and Bird will return this one to the 30-yard line, and Middle Tennessee State takes over. 2nd and 14, McCrary back to pass. He's going to hit Collins. Collins will get all the way up for a 12-yard gain. 3rd and 2 now. McCrary will hand off to Collins on the end around, and he is met in the backfield for no gain. Middle Tennessee State has to punt. Georgia State takes over here with under a minute to go. Reynolds passing deep to Mark Moore for 15 yards and a first down into Middle Tennessee State territory. 2nd and 11, Reynolds back to pass once again, and that one is off the mark there, intended for his tight end. 3rd and 11 for Georgia State. Reynolds out of the shotgun here looking to pass. He's going to have all day. He's going to throw deep to David Bailey inside the 20, down to the 15, a 27-yard catch. 1st down and 10 now with under 10 seconds to go. Reynolds back to pass. He's looking. He's firing for the end zone. Caught by Otis Davis with 1 second remaining. And Georgia State has gone ahead 14-7 with 1 second remaining and heading into halftime. That is our score. Georgia State 14, Middle Tennessee State 7. Georgia State with over 200 yards of offense in the first half and a 14-7 lead heading into the 3rd quarter, holding Middle Tennessee State to just over 100 yards of offense in the first half. Middle Tennessee State gets this one started in the 3rd quarter. McCrary on the read option up the middle, good for 7 yards. 3rd down and 6 now. McCrary back to pass here. He's looking. He's going to fire over to the sideline to Parker, and Jonathan Parker has a 9-yard reception and a first down. 2nd down and 9 now for Middle Tennessee State. McCrary passes out to Roberts here for 6 yards and a 3rd and 3 now. McCrary out of the shotgun here. He's looking to pass. He's going to take off on his own. He has the first down and more. He is taken down at the 29-yard line of the Panthers. 3rd and inches now. McCrary back to pass. He's going to fire for the sideline. That one's caught by Devin Clark for 6 yards out of bounds. Another first down for Middle Tennessee State. McCrary back to pass now. He will fire to Barnes, and Barnes will get the first down. Taken down at the 1-yard line, setting up 1st and goal. And on 1st and goal, McCrary will keep it on the read option, up the middle, into the end zone for the touchdown. And on the first possession of the second half, Middle Tennessee State ties this game at 14. Georgia State's turn now. Reynolds back to pass here on 1st and 10. He has some time. He finds David Bailey for the first down catch, but there's a flag on the play, and that would be clipping against Georgia State, and this one would come back. 3rd and 11 now. Reynolds looking to throw here out of the shotgun. He's going to fire over the middle for Bailey, and Bailey fights forward for 11 yards and a first down for the Panthers. Reynolds now under center. He will hand off to JJB, who bounces off a tackle and runs through 2 more before getting taken down at the 41-yard line. 2nd and 5 now for Georgia State. Reynolds out of the shotgun here, firing over the middle to Sebastian Will at the tight end. He has that catch across midfield for a Georgia State first down. Reynolds now out of the shotgun here. He's passing again, this one to Avery Sweeting, and this one's good for a first down, down to the 27-yard line of Middle Tennessee State. Reynolds back to pass. Now he's firing again towards the sideline, this time for Bailey inside the 15-yard line, a 14-yard catch. First down and 10 is a handoff to JJB up the middle for 4 yards. Third down and 9 now for Georgia State. Reynolds back to pass here. He's looking. He is going to fire over the middle, and that one is almost intercepted, but incomplete, and Georgia State would add a field goal. And at the end of the third quarter, Georgia State is on top 17-14 over Middle Tennessee State. Georgia State starts the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead and the ball. 2nd and 7. Reynolds is going to scramble out to the right here. He will take off, and he will be inches short of the first down, but they would pick that up eventually. Reynolds back to pass now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire deep, and this one's caught by Bill Technip there for 22 yards and a first down. 2nd down and 6 now. Reynolds fakes the handoff, rolls right, and fires the end zone for Avery Sweeting, and he drops that one. It would have been a touchdown. 3rd and 6 now. Reynolds is going to keep it on the read option, left side. Good for 9 yards and a first down. 2nd down and goal now for the Panthers. Handoff to Romero up the middle. He will get 2 yards, setting up 3rd down and goal here from the 5-yard line. Reynolds will fire quickly to Otis Davis to the end zone for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch by Otis Davis, his 2nd of the day, puts Georgia State up 24-14. Middle Tennessee State now has to get something going here with 5 minutes left in the game. This one is caught by Justin Barnes for a first down. McCrary now on 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. He's going to fire towards the sideline here to Roberts, and Roberts drops that one. A perfectly placed ball dropped. 3rd and 13 now. McCrary back to pass. He's going to fire deep, and this one's overthrown out of bounds, and Middle Tennessee State would have to punt. Georgia State takes over here. Reynolds back to pass on 1st and 10. He's going to fire and hit David Bailey into Middle Tennessee State territory for a 14-yard gain. First down and 10 now. Reynolds will hand off to JJB, who's going to fight forward through a bunch of traffic there for 9 yards. 2nd down and 1 now. Reynolds will hand off to Romero on the read option, who will go forward for 5 yards and another Panthers first down, trying to run this clock out and get a score to seal this game up. Reynolds on 1st and 10 here, rolling out to the right, taking off on his own, firing on the run for Willer, and Sebastian Willer gets the 20-yard touchdown catch from Reynolds, his 2nd of the day also, and that one puts Georgia State up 31-14. David Reynolds, your player of the game, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns on the day, as that last one seals the victory for Georgia State over Middle Tennessee State with a final score of 31-14. Taking a look at the stats from today's game, Georgia State dominated this game after the first quarter. 19 first downs, 132 yards on the ground, 249 passing yards on the day. Players of the game here, David Reynolds, 19 for 30, 234 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 carries for 27 yards. Joseph Peterson, 6 tackles, 2 for a loss, and a sack on the day. So that ends this week's episode. Next up will be Week 8. We are going to be back at home to face off against the University of South Alabama, who are 0-7 on the season. We are 3-3 now. So if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.